So just let me know when you found the stream, and we'll get started.
Okay.
Should I bring up the logs, by the way?
You can do. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think the logs were necessarily that important for this match, but I mean, we can still look at them if you want.
Yeah, logs generally don't mean that much, to be honest.
Yeah, I just sometimes like to look at them because they can like provide some insight, mostly for medics though, but yeah. Okay, should we go back a little bit and look at our rollout? Just
How
gonna...
do I see when you're streaming?
Hmm? Did you find the stream yet, by the way?
Yeah, I found your channel, but not the stream.
Alright, maybe it's a little bit delayed. Let me just make sure that I'm streaming. I think I should be streaming right now. Let me update or refresh the channel. Okay, I'll send you a direct link to the stream.
It says you're live now.
Alright, okay. Yeah, it's usually just a little bit delayed.
It's just your title. It's completely wrong.
Yeah, I'll just edit it afterwards because there are usually not that many players or people watching live anyway. So, I mean, last time there were a few that I only noticed after, and they were like asking for free items and stuff. So I don't know. Okay, let's just have a look at the rollout. You ready?
Much less delayed than Twitch is.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I'm using YouTube. It's because the delay is so short, and secondly, it gets uploaded automatically, and YouTube is a pretty well-established video service, so it's just more fit for these kind of reviews, I think. But anyway.
Fair enough. I think you might want to have a look at Droy, see what he's doing on mid. Your Roma can really fuck the demo if he goes fast.
Yeah. He kind of screwed up his rollout a bit. I don't know if you prefer like watching first person or third person most of the time, but
the fact that you didn't get any high ground there kind of completely fucked us, to be honest. Like, if you don't have a soldier going high ground, you're just screwed, to be honest.
Yeah, the first mid was certainly a bit bad from us. We were just late and we got caught in choke. Took a lot of spam, and from there we weren't able to contest. Yeah. First round was over pretty quickly, to be honest. Let's have a look at how we choose to defend. So this time we have tickets on point, which is a nice improvement already. It's what we should, obviously, since we're at a disadvantage. And we have an off-class as well as a sniper to try to force early. But they get in pretty much uncontested from the left side, so I guess we should have somebody on the left side trying to watch lobby so that we can spam them out if they're trying to get through for free. Because
generally you want to have your Roma on the barrels left side.
Yep, right over there. Because their Uber was pretty much, they didn't have to pop until they were all the way in. So that's pretty much the perfect Uber.
I think he died, right? Like, on second. I think he tried to force them. Or was that you?
Let's actually go back a little bit and we'll just have a quick look. Doesn't take that long anyway this early in the game. So let's have a look.
Because I died on mid. I came up heavy, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
NG.
Looks like he was hiding in sewer and got taken out.
Yeah, once we lose mid there, he should just be getting back, to be honest. Like,
yeah, the potential like trade-off isn't worth it, just hiding in case he dies, so...
I mean, if you're going to hide, you shouldn't really be hiding that far in IT anyway. You're going to be... Because they're going to be on second, so you should be hiding like our side of IT.
Yeah, they're probably going to be rushing choke
really
anyway, right? Because that's the fastest way to second, so it's highly unlikely that their combo will go through IT anyway. And yeah, not that much we could have done after that to prevent their cap. Let's have a look at the second rollout and see if it improves.
Might want to go to like a free view of mid.
Yeah, I'll do that actually. Their demo is pretty fast. Galaxy is kind of weak in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I remember what happened on that first one, actually.
That was a
Demo
pretty
completely
nice.
fucked us.
Yeah.
See, this is better, but he shouldn't be pushing across that early. Like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna go on roof and not pressure them as Roma, like, you shouldn't really be jumping up there at the start because they can counter jump you. So you should just be delaying, or either go quick or just like delay your jump.
Yeah, I think it worked out pretty well though, because he did get their demo who was pretty overextended, and then he kind of went back and then he went in again. So might have been a bit risky. Maybe it was just like their mistake not punishing it, but it did work out pretty well in the end, I would say. And tries to get through sewer. Yeah, I think our cleanup was a bit messy. We could have, like, maybe if Joy didn't go into sewer, we could have maybe just tried to chase them in choke, because I think their combo overstayed a lot, so we should have just been more aggressive towards them, I think. Almost get that solo pick.
Yeah, I think I need to load this demo for myself so that I can actually see what's happening on my screen, because like the camera angles that you're giving me and not pressing tab as well. I don't think tab is available on
Yes, it is.
TVs, is it? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to give better camera angles. If you want, just tell me where to look, you know.
I think it's probably better that I just Team Fortress.
Yeah, sure. I'll just pause it meanwhile. Guess I'll just replay that mid while I'm waiting for you.
Have you got a link to where I can download it?
Yeah, it's serverme.tf. I can find it in a moment. Should be able to find it here. If you scroll a little bit down, and it will have a section where it says reservations you played in.
Right. Just loading Team Fortress.
Yep.
Takes forever now. I don't know why. I think I've got too many demos just lying around in my folders.
Yeah, that might be it. It's kind of slow though in general in the beginning. TF2.
What date was it?
It was the 22nd, or no, it was the 2nd of December.
Who was it reserved by?
Me, Storm. Or no, actually it was reserved by Hellish.
I'm downloading it now.
Great. Just looking at logs meanwhile. It looks pretty standard though.
Control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being captured.
Right, I think I should be loading it now. Yep, the right one.
Okay. Do you want to sync up then at... or maybe do the mid fight over again? The
Okay,
second
I'm
mid?
going 6-0.
Go
It's
to
just
6-0? Alright.
Everything from, yeah.
Yep,
start.
let's do that. Can't pause too much though, or if you want to pause, just let me know, I guess.
Should probably go to like 70% speed because it makes it a lot easier to see everything.
Yeah, true. Okay, I'm at 70 now. And
70.6, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, so you got your stream on?
Yep, it should be on. And what tick are you at now, by the way?
Tick 6, apparently.
Alright, okay, I'll just reset it to tick 0 again. Okay, let me know when you're ready now.
Alright, 70.6% speed. 3, 2, 1, go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Then you just let me know what you're focusing on so that I can try to capture it on
Yeah.
stream as well.
So I remembered what happened this first mid. The reason that we got no one on roof was because Droy failed his rollout, which is already pretty bad. But the demo completely fucks us. Like, he went really, really fast.
Yep.
So you can see, like, Galaxy can't get the health back at all. Because he's been stickied off. He's like 10 health now.
Their
I can't get on the
roamer,
rock because we're getting spammed.
yeah, the roamer takes the health back as well.
They literally just hard countered us, to be honest. I can't even get on the roof. Everyone's already really weak.
Yep. Our medic goes down to a pipe as well, which is how our Ubers
Yeah, okay.
got behind, because I didn't catch that last time.
So, if our medic dies like that, you should probably just sack for their medic, to be honest, because exactly what happened is
Yeah.
going to happen now. Like, they still have Uber, they're going to take second. Like, there's no way that you can contest second if you don't have a medic.
Yep.
Because they're just going to play heals.
I think I actually called for Joy to try to sack for the medic, so I guess that's what he was trying to do in the IT, but maybe it just wasn't an ideal location to hide, you know.
Yeah, the trouble is I already went for him on mid, so I was alone, and then we just bled.
Yeah, so then at that
Players
point we
alone.
were already 2 players down, right? So miscommunication and bad positioning.
So we got Dying Tom on heavy. Soldier in. Nobody can actually kill because we're all on defensive off classes.
Yeah.
Tom should usually get up top right if he can, but I don't think he really had time, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. They clear most of the stickies off the point as well before they even have to pop.
I'm on sniper, which is kind of retarded, but I got a pick, so...
Yeah, I guess you
But
were
that
just
was-
hoping to pick their medic or something. It was a desperation, you know. Could have saved the
We-
push.
Yeah, the thing is, like, there's nothing that you can do there that's really useful if you already have a heavy, because if you have a heavy, you can't go NG because you're not going to have time to set up anyway. So you can either go scout or sniper. Sniper forces them to pop as they come in if they know that you're on sniper, but they didn't, so I got a pick and that was it.
Exactly.
But we couldn't really counter anyway, so... Let's see if he does the rollout this time. So Galaxy is going quick, but he's still not beating Hellish, which is kind of odd. It means he's doing something wrong on the rollout.
Yeah.
Like, the enemy demo, if you're doing the air sticky there, you should never be stickied off from the health pack.
Yeah, he did do the air stick. I just guess he hit the ramp not and at an ideal angle, so he didn't surf very far of it.
This Galaxy should have been pushing around the left-hand side a bit earlier there if he sees that they're all sitting left and we've got roof control.
Yeah.
If the demo just comes around the left, you can clean everyone up.
Yeah.
But we overextended. Not sure who overextended there first. Yeah, that was kind of weird. If they're only 2 down, they still have a pretty good chance of defending themselves against sacks, so like 2 people just feeding there is kind of silly. Like, you can continue pressuring them, but you need to secure mid first. Like, make sure that there's nobody in mid,
Yeah.
have someone cap, and then you can start pressuring second, but it's not very easy to just like overpower them if it's 6v4. You've got to have one person on cap anyway, so it's
Yeah.
technically 5v4.
I should have been more defensive on mid. I guess I have like some some slack to cut off, because a lot of the time when we capture mid, the enemy team is already retreating. I wasn't expecting them to fight back.
This is a big problem with Galaxy right now. Like, you saw how he had pipes out.
Yeah.
He doesn't sticky chokes anywhere near enough. Like this soldier right here, he can just spam for free. Because like 2 stickies on choke, and he gets them instantly as well. Like, that's another thing. Demos should never just det their stickies for no reason. Like, you should only ever det those stickies if there's somebody walking over them. Like,
Yeah.
Or you're spamming stickies at them to prevent them from pushing.
Yep.
Like, you should only det if you're actually going to get damage out your stickies.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And again, it's not sticky. Look, there's no stickies on choke. So if a soldier wants to sack, or if a scout wants to walk through, if anything wants to walk through that choke, they can.
Yeah.
He's got stickies on it now, so there's not really any point in having stickies on the wall though, because they can see them and they can clear them easier from the wall. To be honest, if you just have them on the actual choke, like on the floor, it's fine. Like, they can't do anything about it. You can just push them around. You can just relay them if they do. So.
Yep. I try to go for a sack, and they force. They use way too early, I think.
The trouble is, you double sack there.
Yep.
You should never really be double sacking off mid from that, because generally you should lose both your soldiers there. I don't like. Obviously, it makes the force a lot easier, but you should have lost both your soldiers, and then we're kind of fucked in mid. Like, they're just going to push in and force us, and then back up. So.
Yeah, I agree. It was just a miscommunication. We should just get more standardized in terms of who sacks, and it should probably be Joy. I was just thinking that I already had a pretty big buff, and I noticed that I think Joy took a bit of damage from IT, so I figured that I should sack, but yeah, we should just get that straight.
Yeah, I noticed that as Pocket you like sacking a lot, which you should probably get out of your system, to be honest.
Yeah.
Having you with the medic is a lot more important. Like,
Sure.
if we sack both our soldiers, it's so much harder to defend chokes, because you've literally only got the demo to spam at that point, and they can just walk through. Like, he's only got a finite sort of ammo resource that he can use. And if you don't have any soldiers, like, they can just walk through choke points for free, pretty much.
Yep. I saw that Galaxy died to a sticky trap on the pipe there, and I think I died there as well a few times last time we played, so that's something that we should just look out for. Shouldn't happen that many times.
Generally, demos put stickies on either that little ramp up to the point or on the little ramp on the side, like that little pipe you climb up, because it's a blind corner, so you just walk around it like Troy just did.
Yeah.
If you were watching him, you don't notice it at all, and then you just get molested. I don't know why we popped here, like, at all. The call was to take right side, and the reason that you just walk in taking right is so that you don't have to use, because they had Uber. So that's why I called walking right, because nobody was here, and then you can take high ground and contest them. Like, you bait them down to the point, and then Uber into them when they Uber to stop the point.
Yep, we definitely popped prematurely there.
Yeah, I don't really know what we popped to, but there might have been a good reason, I don't know.
Maybe we thought we have a new Uber ad or something, and we like tried to just force them to spawn or something.
If you have an Uber ad there, though, like, we would have known that it was Slim, because our medic would have been counting the Ubers. So if you know that you have a very slight Uber ad, you never try to take right side. Like, you would want to just Uber into them and make sure that their medic can't get before you just cap the point.
Yeah, good point. What do you think about running shotgun on Pocket, by the way? Because I used to actually play a lot more of a defensive playstyle with the shotgun.
You can make it work, but you lose mobility, which in open teams isn't really that much of a big deal, to be honest. Like, if you're good with the shotgun, you can definitely use it.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty capable with the shotgun. It's more about like playstyle. So I don't know. Maybe
Again,
we could
look,
just try it out and see how it works.
There's no defensive stickies.
Yeah.
And they're in IT, and he's really overextended here.
Yeah. I think.
So they just got in really deep for no sacrifice.
Yep. I think.
Oh, this is where I went for the back cap, though. I remember this.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice call. I was calling that Galaxy should get out when he was overextended in the choke, but I guess I wasn't clear enough or something. Usually though, from what I understand, when we're trying to hold defensively on the mid, we should kind of have our combo with the demo and a pocket scout far back so that the pocket scout can run out the medic, and then soldiers, you know, slightly forward so that they could, you know, punish them from pushing through a choke, maybe force them to use. And then either get back or, I don't know, die in order to force.
Yeah. You should have just both your soldiers watching the chokes and like mega spam them as they come in. That
Yeah.
pretty much forces them to use as they're coming through the choke, and then you all just jump away.
Yeah.
But the trouble is they came from IT, which if they have Uber out there, that's what they're going to do. 'Cause it kind of catches you off guard.
Yeah.
The demo was really overextended. Dying Tom just died really, really early there.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just stood on stickies, to be honest.
Yeah, he kind of did that earlier as well during the last push that we botched. He kind of walked over the stick at some point and died.
Yeah. Our soldiers are not really making anything happen. It's like, as a scout, you can only stand on the roof for so long before they like send their soldiers after you. We should have a soldier doing something like proactively on the mid. You shouldn't just wait for them to do what they want to do, because they're just going to get roof and spam you out. So we need a soldier to jump on the roof, generally.
Okay.
So you can have either Droid go fast into their IT, something like that, cause havoc from behind. That generally distracts them from doing what they want to do. Or you can just send him fast onto our crate and spam the demo, because that means he can't get the pack usually. Or you can steal his pack and then jump away. Do one of those things. Just make it awkward for them.
Yeah, we basically need a plan on mids, not just, you know, try to jump up and down and spam and everything.
Yeah. So Galaxy's not really watching one. He's got like one sticky on one, which is pretty bad.
Yep.
Like here, if you know they have ad, you should be sticking the point, not like...
Yeah.
If you're going to be that far forward, like you should at least be watching entrances, but I would generally say just hold further back. I didn't actually know we were close to Uber there.
Yeah, our medic got out pretty...
Okay, well, if it was equal
mid.
Ubers, then we shouldn't have even backed up, to be honest. Like, should have been close to one. Roll out.
Yep. We do force them a bit earlier though, which is good. They have to use through...
Yeah, I
3.
think my sentry gun did a lot of work there. So
Yeah, they ate a bunch of rockets as well.
So the Ubers are pretty equal. As long as we get this guy. Could at least sack.
Yep.
So you see that they're basically out, like you should be calling that.
Yep, I did call it, I believe.
We're all way back though. Like we decided not to push, so
Yeah.
there's no chance of us getting second. Yeah, this is where we might want to speed up, because there's going to be a super fun stalemate by the looks of it.
Okay, I'll pull it up to 100%, like, about now.
Yeah, just get to a tick where it ends, and I'll skip to that tick.
Okay. We get a pick and roll out, so I believe we're going to look for a sack, although it hasn't happened yet, so I'm just gonna keep speeding up a bit. Oh, now actually Joy goes for a sack, so I guess something is happening.
Yeah, Droy should always be watching lobby. Like, if he's on the barrels there, then he can see skips in lobby alone. You can like team up with your demo to make sure you trap him off from the back.
Okay, go to like 37,000, I believe.
Okay, hang on.
And I'm pulling it back to 70%, and you'll just synchronize with me when you're ready.
Right, so it's 37,000, yep. 70.6.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Right.
So this is just before we get a pick and roll out, I believe. I went a little bit further behind, but... And this time Joy is watching near the barrels, which is good. Yeah, there we got the pick. It wasn't in roll
They're
out.
stacking lobby pretty hard. I don't know why we're that far back. If the Ubers are equal, then you should have your demo watching 1 and rollout. So you can put sticks on both, like 4 stickies on 1, 4 stickies on rollout. And then your pocket can be watching lobby from the right-hand side. And your med just heals both the demo and the pocket. And basically your demo and pocket kind of rotate between 1 rollout and 3, depending on which one needs help. But yeah, they're like generally the areas that you want to watch.
Yep.
Like, closely. So we got a pick.
Yeah, we got even 2 picks, because first we got a sticky trap pick, and then Joy looked for a sack, but he got a free solid in lobby instead, so we were actually up 2 picks. But we were too late in pushing.
The trouble is, like, pushing off 2 picks when you're on last is quite difficult, because it's not really 2 picks, like I'm on NG. So
Exactly.
unless you hard commit to it and like I change off to scout, it's not really that advantageous. You'd still be looking just for a sack, really. Or
Yep.
like at least a lot of pressure base and then a sack.
Yep. But at least we recognized that we weren't fast enough, and we backed off without really dying, so that was good.
Okay, we have a spy. Yeah, okay, so it's not necessarily our spy's fault, but you should never be dying there if we have a spy. If we have a spy and you die, that's just it for us, to be honest. Although their Uber was absolute shit. I don't know why they Ubered just for a sentry, but they even lost a player as well, so this is just awful for them. As long as dying Tom gets some Uber, that should be fine. The demo is behind and I've called him, so we should have a soldier jumping it.
What tick are you at now, by the way?
The control point is being captured.
Are you on...
44,000.
Oh yeah, okay. I just didn't notice that we had the spy, so I thought maybe we were at separate ticks.
Okay. So it wasn't a very good Uber by us, but it was like a far worse Uber by them, so it's fine.
Yep.
So you can see we're all trying to get through the same entrance, and that's just not going to happen. Like, if we want to push mid off this, we need... Yeah, so Troy's going through IT now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But we're not actually going to push, which is fine, I guess. Like, technically you could work off that 20% or 30% ad, but I don't think we know that we have it, so...
I think we know that we have a slight ad, but we just call off the push, you know. And we're also building as well before we want to push.
Yeah, I'm on sniper, so there's no way we're pushing off that.
Yeah, I remember that actually. I called off the push because you were sniping and we couldn't get through choke.
Yeah. The thing is, like, if you're going to push off 30 ad, you've got to go really, really quick, because the chances are that, like, they're just going to be holding passive on mid, and then they'll wait for you to come in, they'll spam your load, you're pretty weak, you can't really jump after them. They'll keep backing up on mid until you Uber, and then by that time they're going to get the Uber anyway, so they'll just Uber back into you when they have it.
Yep.
Okay, I died because I wasn't protected, but I don't know if that's because I didn't call to or not. But we got the soldier anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. I think in regards to pushing with, you know, very weak advantages, we should just, if we want to do that, we need to be in before the Uber is already, you know, charged. But we should maybe just work on that when our coordination is a little bit better.
Yeah, the thing is, like, really good open teams will push off that sort of thing. Like, they'll be already ready to go. But with this team, you'll get a lot of, like, hesitation. That loses you advantages like that, so... It's not like that wasn't a very bad advantage to lose in my opinion. Like, it's perfectly fine, to be honest.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, I guess, in that case.
So we're just trying to... Wow, we're even going in off that. We
We're-
go in off.
We're kind of just wrestling our way into
picks.
mid, I guess.
Yeah, because I died on sniper, then we got a soldier, then we must have got someone else. I think soldier jumped through choke, died to a trap.
Yep, that is correct.
So when I came back up, we pushed, which is good.
Yeah. Now
Not
we
really
spot their
locking down
combo
moves.
in IT.
I don't really know why they would ever attempt this.
Yeah. Galaxy
people
also
there isn't
got
that
their
bad.
late solid through zero as well. That was pretty nice. And their scouts get body blocked in choke. Tries to go for the medic instead.
Yeah, so they're only 3 up now, so we can continue pushing.
Oh, and meanwhile I was trying to chase them out through choke, going for their medic, but I didn't quite make it. So what my thought process was there was that we had like enough momentum to just go into second anyway, so it wasn't that important if I died. It would be worth, you know, risk trying to get their medic, but yeah, it didn't work out. So now I guess we're just building Uber on second and waiting for my respawn. They have a slide ad as well.
So Droy being in lobby without buff is actually pretty risky. Like, I mean, against bad teams, like you're pretty much fine, to be honest, pushing into lobby. But some teams will just stack people there for no reason. So you never know. Like, if the team that you're against is super aggressive, like, just get a buff before you peek there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, demos, like some really aggressive demos will trap that door, so you'll just die instantly.
Yeah.
They have a sniper though, so it's fine.
Yeah, and I believe we do spot him and call him out and everything. So we're playing pretty safe now, especially our medic, which is nice.
So I'm assuming I sack here, or I tell Droid to sack.
I believe here I got caught out in rollout, which is really bad by me.
It's especially bad because you're like near the medic, so you should have had a buff there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Droid sacked as well, so we lost both our soldiers. Like, but that's definitely your fault, not Droid's, because I'm pretty sure we would have told him to sack.
Yep.
So now we've got to play passive and choke, pretty much give them the point, to be honest.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Like, without any spam there, you're kind of relying on your demo to get a lucky pick as they come in. Otherwise, like, there's just no way you're contesting that shit.
Yeah.
It's better to back up than to lose your medic to a flank. I think I'm about to... Yeah, I got caught out. Like, they literally stacked the flank.
Yeah, and that's a bit strange. We use pretty aggressively though into their all of them. And I think I get pretty lucky.
Yeah, but
and get
because they
3
did
picks.
that, I remember I called to you lot because they literally stacked the flank completely, so you just got in choke for free because they were being retarded. Just,
Yep.
like, if you have 3 or 4 players in IT, choke's just completely free. So we got like 3 picks off that, which is good trade.
Yep. And now we're just able to retake second for free, pretty much.
Our control point is being captured.
I think that was Dying Tom just being a fragger, to be honest. Wow, I beefed.
Yep.
Luckily I didn't
1
die.
HP though. Clutch. Calculated.
Definitely 100% calculated. I factored in missing all those shots into my plan.
Yep. Gotta make your enemies underestimate you, you know, in order to fool them into playing bad.
Oh yeah, Droid didn't hold the door open for me there.
Ah, yeah.
This is where we just sacked me, because otherwise people just not hold the door again. And it made me very sad.
Yeah, we're just not used to off-classing really, so when we get like that call, we're not even registering it. I think it happened to me as well. I actually held the door a bit, but then it like took longer than I thought, so I was like, wait, why am I standing here? And then I just walked out. Closed the door right in your face.
I just got insta headshot, so
Yeah, not much you can do about that.
it's quite annoying because like that was actually a really good sack attempt.
Yeah, sniper is sniper's kind of weird in some cases. Yeah. So I believe we, at this point, we're trying to push. Although we do have a spy right now, so yeah, this is the point where we have a spy, but I kind of make a mistake and I try to sack based on the pick that we got. So we're kind of 2 players down because of a spy and me not successfully sacking. So that's my bad. So right here, I recall asking for a buff, and I'm just trying to go through shutter while you're a spy. So that's just me not being aware, I suppose.
Now, did they actually check off classes?
Yeah, and I don't know. Didn't get much and got headshot on my way out.
Yeah, again, like if we have a spy, you should never be dying, like either of our soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where they start. Like, yeah, they have a pyro just checking everything.
Yeah, I don't know how they even like caught on to you being a spy. Maybe you bumped or something. I'm not sure, but it was.
Good teams will just
quite
kind of
strange.
expect it, but like,
that might be it. Yeah.
I changed up pretty quickly. I guess if they see that I die and there's no sniper on the field, then you know.
Yeah.
It's logical that I've gone spy, but.
At this point, though, it's pretty well established that they had the sniper, so we probably shouldn't have lost any more players to him.
Watch where the sniper peeks from, look. Yeah, he's going back, but you can actually hide on top of those.
Like the boilers?
Bodies, like a little machine thing.
Yeah.
You can peek into IT, so our medic isn't really safe there.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Fortunately, though, they don't try to push off the advantage, so we're able to just hold second. Now one of their solis tries to go for a sack, and he gets goombad by dying Tom.
What a denial!
Yeah, again calculated, you know.
Okay, yeah, they sacked one here, so I think I get a scout here. Yeah.
They lose a scout and a soli, so now.
See, now they're like 3 down.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I get one of the soldiers as well as he spawns. Yeah, because I peeked one, and like, as he spawns, I just shoot him in the face.
Yeah, pretty nice shot. And they're still on the sniper as well. You're just sniping right next to him. That's kind of funny.
See, this is the right way of doing it. Like, you make them Uber into you when they're like at a disad, but they still have Uber. Like, that would still apply if you're pushing 6v6 and they're top left. Like, you just go on the point, bait them down, like, get rid of the stickies, make sure they Uber into you, make sure they take damage trying to get you off the point.
Yep.
I think the reason Galaxy's slow is because he's like hitting that wall on the right on his fast rollout. Which
Yeah, maybe.
generally you want to fire sticky and then like go out right and then go across it. I can teach him that if you want help with that though.
Yeah, sure. Their demo gets piped, and I think it's cold, which is nice because dying Tom and you are actually able to just focus him down immediately.
So this is really good because we've got people up top. Should be fine as long as we just pressure them out. It's weird though because like our combo is kind of not really doing much. Like we're not taking positioning.
Yeah, we should have
People
been.
should be hitting up top.
I think one of our main issues here, with the exception of their demo man, was focus fire. People were just, you know, fighting all over the place. So, guess that has to do with communication.
Oh,
People,
this is the 1v1 versus blank. I remember this.
Yeah, pretty tense situation. And I missed a bunch of rockets as well. That's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, we should have just won that outright, but.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Yeah, should have maybe tried to just gotten on top of them instead of trying to go for long range rockets.
Yeah, there's no reason for stacking this point, by the way. Do you know when to stack points?
Well, first of all, if you're trying to deny forward spawns, and secondly,
Hang on, I'm in. They don't know.
yes,
Yeah,
that was a nice force.
But yeah, if you've only just got mid, there's no reason for stacking it because you don't own the point. So like, you're not denying their spawns. Like, regardless of whether you cap it or not, they're still going to spawn back all the way at their spawn.
Yeah, right here though, like after you force them, I think we called to retreat. I did, but Galaxy overextended in choke. But yeah, we could pretty much expect after that force that they were going to do a wave into us. So that's why I called that everybody should have gone back. Is that something we should have worked on?
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't really let them in that freely. Like I understand that you don't want to get caught by the Uber, but it was so far back on second. I'm pretty sure I said it was like awful. Yeah, if they Uber that far back, no way they're even going to get through choke with that Uber. So you can just stay near choke, make sure they can't get through for free. They can't get any sacks or anything. And like, worst case, they somehow get to choke with their Uber. You can just Uber back to them, but you still have Uber. So.
Alert.
Yeah.
Control point is being captured.
I have no idea what that was. I think our medic just died and I tried to end it quickly.
Yeah, our medic did die. Their medic is down now though. I can't remember how he died.
We have like 40 ad, so that's maybe enough to go off.
Yeah, I think we did call that we were going to push off the ad because I recognized that their medic was dead and everything. So let's see if we actually get in position quick enough. Important thing is to not get picked by their snipers right now. And he's on top of the boiler watching IT. So yeah, we had kind of risky position there. We should have maybe just tried to spam him out or retreated from the sideline. Galaxy overextends in our IT as well.
So that's what I'm saying, like, as a demo, if you're peeking that, or as anything, if you're peeking that, like, you're kind of risking a lot.
Yep. Meanwhile though, we go in through the left side and get a pretty good Uber on top of them, although their sniper is still in.
Yeah,
well,
we definitely didn't know that they had Uber here, because we used into them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we were rushing from the left side, because we were trying to catch them before they got their Uber, but I guess that we were just too slow and or didn't have proper tabs on their Uber percentage.
Alert. The
Right here, I believe I go for a sack as well. Or no, I'm just hiding in sewers. That's right. And I was actually hoping that people would call when they would push, but there was a lack of information, so I didn't know like what was going on exactly. But there might have been an opportunity that I missed because I didn't know where their positions were.
Yeah. So we're fine here, so long as we don't let them through choke. Again, like Galaxy's using pipes way too much. Like they don't have Uber yet, so we can still defend middle.
Yep.
They can't come in, which we did just about, but only because like I was risking losing 1v1s there at choke. Whereas it should just be locked out. Like there's still no stickies on choke. Still get in for free, pretty much.
The control point is being contested.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to put the stickies on choke, you can put them on like on the top of the point, so that when people jump up there, they get a free kill that way. Or you can put them on the side of the crates, where like on the point, they can't see them until they get on the point. That sometimes catches out meds if they're trying to go quickly and catch you out. Choke.
Yep. They're going through IT. I can't remember how fast we called it, but yeah, they catch us. They catch way too many of our players. So maybe we should have been, you know.
I mean, that was good by them. Like they went really, really quickly there.
Yeah. I don't
you
know
wouldn't
how.
really expect an open team to do that, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I was definitely surprised. Also, I don't know like how far into IT we were watching, or whether or not Joy was even alive.
I don't think Joy was watching. That was the reason that they got in for free without being called.
Mm-hmm. And not much we can do after all of those picks.
The trouble is when you're retreating that quickly, like it's kind of hard for the roamer to know what he should be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
But we'll straighten that out with some more practice.
That's a better rollout.
Yep.
But again, he didn't make it to the second set of steps. Like, if you do that properly, you should also surf the second lot of steps.
Yeah.
So Troy went up early this time. It's kind of unlucky that he got countered, but we got the kill anyway.
Yeah.
They have 3 on the roof right now, which is kind of ridiculous. So you should be counter jumping that.
Yeah, I
As soon
think
as you
I jump a little bit late, but we still get their scout though.
They shouldn't even be able to stand there in the first place because your demo should be like throwing stickies up there. But as soon as you see them up there, just counter jump that.
Yep. I was a little bit late with my jump.
It's fine though, we won it, so.
And I'm a little bit eager as well, jumping through choke maybe.
Yeah, definitely shouldn't be feeding there. It's the right idea, but too fast.
Yep, I've just gotten spoiled, you know, playing some worse teams that just are in full retreat and they kind of let you do that, so definitely should not pick up those bad habits.
I remember I was calling, like, why, like, are we actually in? Yeah, and like, nobody was giving me an answer. We weren't even in choke, where we could have just taken second for free, but we almost lost that just because nobody was in. And I got really lucky with that soldier in IT as well.
Being contested.
So now we should just deal with this soldier in IT.
Yep.
Which we're about to.
I get him, but unfortunately I get picked from the other solid that's hopping across from lobby.
Yeah, Galaxy loves using pipes, like, far too much in my opinion. This is a weird Uber by them. I don't know why they would try to take this, but...
Yep, they have to flash so many people as well. And good thing here is Dying Tom and Droid gets in just as the Uber is about to expire. So they don't take flash, but they take the fight afterwards.
Yeah. Like, they should know that our spawners are going to be there to fight that, so taking an Uber there isn't very good, because we have Uber as well, so it's just going to draw the fight out, and we're going to get our spawners in.
Yep.
As a result, they lost their demo and scout, which were entry picks for us for last. And we took it pretty well.
Yeah. Pushed well off that fight, I think. Let's have a look at the final rollout then.
I remember this is like a massive stalemate on last, so we might as well just go up to 100% speed, to be honest. Like, we lose the mid, I think. But...
Yep. Okay, I'll get up to 100% right now. Doesn't matter if we're not that, like, completely synced towards the end, I guess.
I'm watching Galaxy go through choke now. Failed his rollout.
Oh yeah.
Joy got his rollout. The demo was incredibly slow. So it's unlucky that he stole the pack, but it didn't really mean anything, because the demo went right side anyway, from his point of view.
Yeah. Guess there was a bit of inconsistency in terms of the rollout from both sides. So
yeah, they just took roof control there. I think we really struggle getting soldiers up top. Like, just preserve health. Like, if you see that you can't really do anything, you should be spamming and then just waiting for them to jump us. Like, we can deny them once we're up there, but yeah, if they're already up there, you need to jump them. Otherwise, they're just going to sit there and spam.
yeah.
But also, we weren't like calling to take a specific side, so you need to work on that as well. Like,
Yeah.
the demo should be calling on going right side or left side, and then you play off that depending on what strategies you have lined up for that.
Yeah, I agree. Which is something that we should discuss a lot beforehand as well, because we can't kind of plan it while we're actually on the mid. Everybody just needs to do what their role is in terms of what we discuss in our map review or something like that.
This one was really weird. I don't know why people died.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Uber ad.
I think this was the point where we were a little bit indecisive, because we got a pick of Galaxy and maybe someone else, I can't remember. And we were like considering pushing out, but then we weren't sure if we were just gonna park the bus on last, so that's why people were a little bit, like, some were forward and the others were still holding last.
Yeah.
But I guess in a real match we would have been more decisive towards holding last as well, because I remember that you were saying that since it's just a scrim, you might as well try to push out, and you know, that's agreeable, but I don't think we would have made like such a chaotic situation out of it if it was an actual match. Anyway,
I should really be on the ground here, to be honest. Like, if they're going to come in, then they're going to come in through one, probably, from our point of view. They have a spy. Interesting. Okay, well, they have a spy, so it doesn't really make sense that they're committing on this.
Yeah, I think they were like hoping for a pick or something, but then they realized there wasn't any time for a pick, so there we go. I'll just bring up the logs while we talk about some general stuff, or is there anything you want to go back for in the replay?
Not really. I think one of the biggest problems that you have right now is that your demo doesn't really trap chokes properly.
Yep.
So when you're on second, like their second, and you're like making sure they can't come out of last, he was trapping one and roll out, which is kind of weird, because usually you'd have your Roma and Flank Scout watching those entrances.
Yeah. So so Galaxy needs to use stickies more, trap off chokes, and
I think just use them more in general, to be honest. Like, I don't know if you can see how many kills he got with his stickies.
I can check that
the
right
logs,
now.
But...
So grenade launcher, actually most of his kills were with stickies, but his damage was, I don't know,
yeah,
it says
damage is the more important one.
Yeah, it says 4,000 or 62% damage with stickies, and then 23 and 13 between the iron bomber and grenade launcher. So you got
That's
2 kills.
decent then.
Yeah, it was I guess a little bit deceiving, because we only watched when he was trying to pipe, but yeah, he got 2 kills with grenades and 9 with the stickies. Still though, I mean, I agree with sticking up points and just trying to not that when they're not on top, and using stickies for zoning in general. Other than that, I think he overextended a lot this match, and he's also done that in the past, so maybe something to work on.
Yeah, I mean, the trouble is like playing demo, overextending is like the worst. Well, it's the easiest and like the worst possible thing that can happen to you because you can't really do anything once you're overextended as a demo. Like you have to use health to jump out. Like if you're
Yeah.
overextended as a soldier, it's just one jump to get out, but
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
to play more. So
And as demo as well, you were most effective on at like a medium to long range, right? So if people get on top of you, there's practically nothing you can do to even like try to trade. So
yeah, I think the biggest thing is though, like putting stickies just on the floor generally, because you could see when he was trapping it off, he was trapping it for like a soldier to come flying through choke or something like that. Where normally, if you see there's no stickies on choke, like you can pretty much walk through for free most of the time, or you can get a lot of spam on the people that are close. And if you get good damage on the people who are close to a choke, then you can just walk in for free usually.
yeah.
So having stickies just on the floor generally, just to make sure they can't even like, think about coming through choke, is really important.
Yep. And let's move on to some other players. Troy needs to maybe practice his rollout a little bit, and we need a solid plan for what we do on mid fights so that we don't just end up fighting the closest person we see.
That's probably the biggest thing. Joy wasn't really causing any problems for them on mid, which is really bad from Roma, because if he's not doing anything, like your scouts just can't get any positioning because like their soldiers and their scouts are not having any problems. Mainly their scouts. Like if their scouts don't have to look out for a soldier bombing, if your soldier's just on the floor doing nothing, then their scouts can just focus your scouts down like pretty easily.
Except on the second mid, he did kill their demo, who was very fast, which I think
he did pretty well,
good.
to be honest. But yeah, I'd say just go fast, take the pack, and go into IT, or like
it's more about
yep.
It's more about like strategy than necessarily DM. So yeah,
no, his DM's really good, to be honest. But
yeah, I agree. That's one of the reasons why we picked him up. You know, we were thinking like, okay, this guy's got really good DM, and he's probably going to be able to learn really quickly. To be honest, he has kind of fallen into the meta really quickly compared to how few matches he has played. So I think things are coming along pretty nicely. He's like a very valuable player long term. So yeah,
I think the main thing for him would be like focus on hard watching the flanks more and actually know where you're overcommitting on the flank, because there were a lot of times where he was letting people get like close IT, and that's okay if it's just two players. Like maybe you can prevent them from coming through and getting a sack onto a medic, but a lot of the time, like if their entire combo goes IT like that, you have no vision on them at all.
Yep.
That's the Roomers' job to watch. So
yeah, there was one such instance, for instance, when we were holding last, right, where they just got on top of us with an Uber charge and managed to push last for free off like 4 picks or something. Other than that, it's the sack coordination. I guess from now on, I should just stick a lot more with the medics, and Joy will automatically sack. Now that we've kind of, if we can like confirm that, he won't have to hesitate as well to see whether or not I'm gonna sack, and then, you know, maybe in the future we'll work on like being a bit more dynamic. And I believe those are like most of the key points for Joy. I mean,
oh yeah, for Joy, I would say so.
Yeah, moving on to myself. I need to be more useful on mids, like counter jump them, and after mids, especially those we won, I was way too eager a lot of the time, chasing after them and just dying for free. So I should try to live more. I had kind of a roamer mentality, I suppose, which was pretty bad, and most of the time I didn't get much out of it. So I'll try to stick more with the medic for sure.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, like if you get one pick, then you can start pressuring. Like you're going to have somebody on the cap, right? So you're going to have your flank scout just capping the point. You can still start pressuring and maybe get a sack in, but like you shouldn't really be full committing. Like if you get 2 picks, then you can pretty much cap up the point, really start pressuring them on second. Like you can get in for free most of the time. So your scout will finish capping, and then you'll pretty much be in with 2 scouts in front. you'll have your roamer in on the flank. They can't really do much about that with 4 people. So
Yeah, sounds
it
good.
also depends on like if you're all healthy and such. So, but we fed a lot of people usually. Like after we capped mid and got like 2 picks, it would either be you or Tom, I think, who just kind of fed.
Yep.
Or Galaxy, I don't know.
Yeah,
Can't remember who else it was.
Galaxy fed a bit like when they were pushing, I know, because he was like too far forward when we were calling to get back. Anything more? I guess.
Yeah, just preserve your life a bit more. In like if we have a spy or if Droy is trying to sack, you should never be dying in those situations. Whereas right now, like you're not really getting buffs, so you're dying quite a lot just from getting spammed out.
There was, well, I didn't do it that much. It was more that I like went all in when I shouldn't have. But there was that one really embarrassing moment where I kind of didn't have a buff and I was peeking in rollout and I just got caught. So,
Yeah.
but that definitely, that's definitely not like a thing that I try to do.
Yeah. As the pocket, you can still pressure them a lot. Like, if you know that Droy's going to sack, like it's really good to pressure from a different entrance. So if you wanted to, you could like clear rollout from stickies and then like just shoot at their combo from there, and they'll look at you while Droy's sacking, and then like, he gets a kind of free sack because they have to look at 2 soldiers.
Yep.
But you should never be full committing.
Yeah, that's the kind of coordination that I think we should work on a bit. So I'll try to do that. And I don't know, in terms of my calling, I think I was a lot more active and such. I didn't necessarily make all the right calls, but I think I'm improving on that in that aspect. So I was a bit more confident. Too confident in some cases, I guess it turned out, but...
Making the wrong call is fine, as long as everyone follows it, because you'll learn for next time what doesn't work.
Yeah, I need like a voice changer, you know, to make me sound super masculine so that everybody follows my orders. Or maybe I just need to speak up.
Making the right calls also works, you know. People
I'll
like following the correct calls.
Making the correct calls, that will be my plan B. No,
Okay.
but yeah, moving on. I mean, scouts and medic. I guess there were a few like anecdotes, but not that much like general stuff that you did wrong over and over again. I don't know.
Is Tom actually still a trial, by the way?
I don't know. I think he's pretty interested in joining the team. I mean, I would consider us pretty good friends now. We've been talking a lot, and he's a really nice guy. So. And he's really good, so I would definitely love to have him on my team. And he does seem pretty interested, but he also wants to, you know, have a team that does well. But I mean, we are very committed, so maybe he like recognizes that and sees potential in us, but he hasn't like made his final decision yet or something. I'm not sure. But
if you can get him, definitely do, because he is a fragger. So.
Yeah, definitely. I remember I actually used to MGE with him so much before I even like got to know him like off TF2. In fact, when I was looking for scouts, I accidentally added them off a recruitment post that was designed for he was searching for Highlander. So I guess that was like a really lucky accident, and I mean now we're like pretty good friends, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah. Sometimes we used our Uber a little bit preemptively. Dying Tom walked on a few stickies here and there. Yes, sometimes you were like a little bit too far forward, like in the lobby that time.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there was a lot of times where like I expected the team to be further up, so I was like really far in. But
yeah,
it's just like a symptom of wanting to go in but not having like, obviously you need to come in from like 2 entrances, so you can't just like walk in as a flank scout and expect to be fine when their entire combo is shooting at you.
Yeah, you need that collapse synergy with the rest of the team, but I think that's something that will kind of come automatically as well. It's something that we can't really expect that much in the beginning, because considering that we have played so little with each other, and I mean Droy and Adam has very little experience with with sixes as well, but they've come around pretty quickly. Considering that, I think, you know, we had decent coordination, and I think it'll only improve. The thing about big mistakes is that once you fix them, you also make big progress. So I think we'll improve a lot in the future.
I would say definitely get a plan for doing mids. So like I can go through them with you if you want, but just have a general plan that you're trying to stick to, so that you know what everyone's doing. Because a lot of the time, if you don't know what everyone else on your team is doing, you tend to it just ends up in a DM fest basically, where like you'd have no idea what anyone else is trying to do, so you just can't help them with anything. Like,
Yeah.
if I know, for example, that you're trying to counter jump on their crates, like I'm going to be sitting there waiting for you to jump, and then I'll go aggressive as soon as you do jump.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't know what you're trying to do, then like there's no reason for me to start pushing. So you're going to do your jump separately. You're going to get denied completely. Then I'm going to see that you've jumped, and then I can't do anything about it. So
Yeah, exactly. We need to be synergized and kind of push at the same time, not go like in and out and everything. Because if one guy goes in alone, he'll just get focus fired, and maybe he'll back as the others go in, and yeah, that's no good. I think that was mostly it.
yeah. I think for next time you should set a goal for each person. So
Yep.
like things that they should actually work on, just a single goal, not try and like be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll be Cadus next time. Just like
Right.
focus on stickying chokes, for example. Like just make that your one goal.
Yep.
Reminding
I'll make
yourself.
a list similar to last time, except I'll maybe make it less extensive. Just put 1 or 2 things in there for each person.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and do that. And
it'll become a habit eventually.
yeah. And thank you very much for going through the demo with me. I think that was very insightful. So I'm gonna close the stream now, by the way.
Yep.